Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we're off for more of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. In the last episode, we made our way back to Hollow Bastion, met up with the Beast, met up with Belle, got a new keychain, and got a couple of chests that we couldn't get before, alongside the White Trinity. So why are we back in Neverland after unlocking, you know, the Waterway save point and the library save point? Well, here's the thing. I completely forgot about the time, but thankfully we can actually still make it, because if I was about, you know, 2 minutes later, I would have actually missed a doorway. I should have done it at the beginning of the last episode, but it completely passed me by. Thankfully, we have just enough time. Probably would have helped as well that in the last episode, we were also bumped into a Final Mix exclusive enemy that was invisible during normal enemy spawns. That didn't help matters, which made it really chaotic. But yeah, it was just nothing but a mad dash. But here's the thing. I didn't actually realise that if you enter this area while a door is available, the clock does not actually tick while you're in this area. So once you've entered the area, as long as you are able to open a door, basically as soon as you enter the area, despite the playtime still ticking, the clock doesn't actually tick. So I could stay here until over the time limit passes, and I would still be able to open this door. But thankfully, this probably means that in the next episode, because we're just about to clock over to the 7th door, we'll be able to open the final door of Big Ben, so we don't have to come back here ever again. And just in case if that's the case, I'm going to come through here. This is what I meant by during the Phantom, I could probably land here and just summon Tinkerbell or something, so she could handle the healing. And because he doesn't hit you that often, that would probably be the best thing for magic saving in the long run. Just spend the 3 points to start off with, and then 2 on the clock, and you're good to go. But for some reason, I always believed that it would seal you off from going in there, because you could just avoid getting hit entirely. But then I didn't think I could land up here as well. That was a stupid thing on my part. Plus, notice that there's 7 doors on each side. Yeah, that's way more than 12, but only 12 of them open. You can't open any more. So, yeah, we've only got 1 door left to open. So in the next episode, when we next come back here, we will be done with Big Ben. Because that's why I wanted to take out the Phantom in the first place. So with that, back to Hollow Bastion in the library. Alright, so what we got to do now that we're back here is basically fight our way all the way back up to the top, pretty much all the way through this world once again. Thankfully, we don't have to go out of our way, and I am going to try and do that Dumbo's summon shortcut thing that is in the big crest area. No, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I want to do either. I want to continue you know what, bugger it. I'm just going to go through. I'm not going to bother with this area again. I will fight those when I'm more stronger, because if those invisible enemies are back there again, the stealth soldiers, I'd rather leave them for later. So let's just completely bypass this area, except for the defender, because of course I want to take him out. That is a thing I just want to do. And we might see more effective use of Zantetsuken. Like that! There we go! I mean, I already used the gravity on him, but that was Zantetsuken right there, what Sora just did. Flip the Keyblade, backhand around, and slash horizontally from right to left, instead of his normal combo finisher of left to right. That pretty much one-shots enemies if it hits, and it can actually one-shot a defender. So, without gravity being affected, so that's pretty cool. And in hindsight, I should have had Strike Raid instead of Sonic Blade for this, because if I'm using aerial combos to take these guys out, I could fall, and I don't really want to do that. You know what? These are all here, so let's pop this off. They're literally all on top of me, so I might as well flatten them all. There we are, there's 2 of them down already. Let's pop that off again. As I said, gravity is your friend. It literally just reduces their HP to pretty much a combo left to kill. That's pretty much how you even out the playing field when all the enemies are like this strong. Especially with their HP at this current point. Problem is, I have to take out all these enemies to once again activate the switch to even get to the next area. So I don't really have a choice now of fighting these guys. Which is why I'm probably going to leave every battle in, because I kind of need to. But hopefully we'll skip a couple of battles. And if not, I'll talk about some other stuff. Oh, I did not see you spawn there. Oh, you know what? You're above me now, so I'm going to do this. Bop! There we go. Doesn't just bring them down to the floor, it squishes them as well. And we still got an enemy to fight. What the heck? I can't target it. Where is he? Oh. Okay, well done, buddy. Just fly into the wall. I mean, you got goggles on. You should be fine. I thought your specialty was flying, but I guess it ain't. But what happens if I do this? Ah, he flew toward me before I could do it. That sucks. Boop. There we are. So let's hit you. Oh, the Zantetsuken didn't hit him. He hit the wall. Nah, it don't matter. He's dead anyway. Are we done now? Thank you. Let's go. So we're still missing one White Trinity, which is in Olympus Coliseum, like smack bang middle of the entranceway. And we're also missing 3 Dalmatians in this level. We're going to get them later. You would think that it would be pretty much opposite where we got Rammer's Belt before. And I have Rammer's Belt because of the wizards, but I have the Rammer's Belt equipped as well because we've still got a boss to deal with in this place. And it's not a secret boss by any means, it's actually required, but he's pretty easy. So I just want the extra defense because otherwise I'm not going to use it. Plus it gives me AP boost, so that's fine. It's just annoying that we have to wait for this thing to go halfway across before we can actually start fighting enemies. I mean, this is kind of a very pointless lift. I mean, like, if we had a certain ability, I'm pretty sure we could just skip this entirely. Like, if we do a very decent enough jump, we could just glide all the way across. But our glide is not good enough for that, so even with Combo Master. But I think that there is a way you can actually do that, but you would never need to do that again anyway, so that's kind of pointless. But I might show it off at some point, like when I'm probably grinding or something, even though it'll probably be mostly off screen, because after I've done grinding to max out everyone's level, which is something I am going to be doing in an RPG where I wouldn't normally do that. This is one of the RPGs that I would actually do that, because there are a lot of abilities that you get by leveling up, so yeah, that's a thing. And not only that, it just makes like fighting the harder bosses just a little bit easier, even though it's, you know, mostly dependent on what equipment and what weapons that you have and what skills you got. Which, you know, leveling up helps. Because that, you know, that bumps up your HP and magic power as well. Which was changed in the later games, to be perfectly honest. It only gives you like the base ones, which I think I've talked about before, like just strength, defense, magic attack power. That's now in the later games as a separate stat compared to being fused into like how much magic you have. Like with a silly little calculation or something like that. But you get what I mean. Anyway, we're almost at the big crest right now, so let's activate this. Pop up here. This is a really pointless lift. I don't know why they could have just, you know, had a little spiral stairway outside or just make you take the lift immediately. Why do you have to go through that room on a lift with 2 loading zones and then or cutscenes and whatnot and then get the lift? It just seems pointless to me. Okay, so let me see if I can pull this off. Because otherwise I'm going to have to do some silly platforming. Right, so we're summoning enemies. Let's get Dumbo out. We haven't used Dumbo that much, and his attacks aren't exactly going to be useful here, so I'm not going to use him to fight. We're just going to abuse his flying ability. See if I can pull off this speedrunning trick. So, if we hold circle, we raise. If we hold triangle, we descend, just like a pixie dust. Come over here, get us angled correctly. Then I want to dismiss. Hold forward. No! That's not fair! I made it! Sora grabbed the ledge, and you knocked me off. You dickbags. I made it. I am not happy. Well, I would have skipped all of this if I didn't get whacked up the butt, but there we go. Got my booty smacked, and now I'm here. Ah, well. Looks like we've got some battles to deal with. Did I already take out the defender? Yeah, I did. I'm not going to fight these enemies. You can screw off with your nonsense. I'm just going to go through normally, take out the defenders, and I'm going to talk about my Patreon and first episodes because, like, of certain projects, because if you remember when we first started this project, the first episode was up on, like, exclusive to Patreons, like, for quite a while, and I only like, have the minimum requirement, which is $1, so, and I only have it there just for support, because, like, I've had in the past people say that they wanted to actually support or donate or something like that, but that was like well long ago, and I never knew about Patreon at that point, and people only started using Patreon quite a bit on YouTube, because, you know, ad revenue and stupid, like, reductions and stuff like that, and then the subscription feeds are messed up, like, now they auto-subscribe you to stuff you don't want to subscribe to. It's like, you click subscribe because you want to watch their stuff, AP for Sora, by the way. But yeah, they auto-subscribe you to stuff, which I find really dumb. You subscribe because you want to watch more of that stuff. You don't subscribe to someone that you haven't watched yet. It's like, what's up with that? And not only that, but they've also messed it up to the point that obviously you need to click the bell so you actually get notified to your latest subscribers, because otherwise it just shows anything from any of the subscribers you've done. I guess it's to, like, you know, siphon out the stuff that you may not be watching from certain subscribers at certain points, but not everyone uploads daily. And for those daily ones, that's probably the ones you want the notifications the most, and it should just notify you as such. But it don't. You need to click the bell. And even then, it doesn't even show you the latest stuff that they, you know, that people have released, which, you know, is their latest stuff, so it shows their best quality of output in video, so, you know, that would probably be the best video to get the most views on, so you get the most subscribers. But no, it just shows them, like, stuff that they think you might like. And it's like, why? Just show their latest stuff. The whole point... What do you do when you subscribe to a magazine? So you can get older versions of the magazine? No, for the latest version. So it just don't make sense to me. They've messed it up so much. And the algorithm is also so janky, contradicting. It's just broken. And yet you just don't seem to get that. I am trying to use the gravity here, game. Thank you. I tried that like 3 times. But anyway, really, that's not the only reason why I made a Patreon. It's mostly just there for, you know, just for the like extra little boost if you guys want to support. But of course, I have exclusive stuff there, like exclusive roles to the Patreon, access to the Discord, excuse me, with a Patreon role that Patreon itself applies. So that you get access to, like, the Discord, like, special, like, exclusive Discord chats that, you know, anything posted there gets priority over everything else, because I'll be, you know, prioritising that. Not only that, but you get, on Patreon itself, you get bonuses, like access to videos or project resources that I've never before seen, or they went unused, or, you know, other reasons, like, they would have been lost if I didn't back them up somewhere, and they were, like, well, not commission work, but requested work, like with Blaze-Star Gaming's, like, layouts for streaming and whatnot. I made most of that, so that's why it's on the Patreon, so you guys can have a look at that. And, well, obviously, when it comes to the exclusive videos, I've got that Pokemon Redux Part 1 that was never released because it's just been up on YouTube for, like, 3 years, and the reason being is because that, it was, you know, Pokemon, we were supposed to have, like, our own action on our own videos. I'm just gonna leave this room, I'm not allowed to hit them. But you get what I mean, it's like, Reese's or Kazuaki, no, Space Kitsune / Mercs Logs video didn't see the light of day, mainly because the footage didn't even save for some reason. Kieran's video didn't get edited because of that very reason, but I edited mine ahead of time, and it was just up on YouTube for, like, so long, and it's like an hour and a half as well, so, yeah, that was another problem. So, because it was just sitting there, I put that on the Patreon as, like, an exclusive thing. And about Part 1 episodes of projects that I've got planned, like with how this project started with Kingdom Hearts. Remember that, despite all these changes, Tetsuya Nomura actually likes fans, covering Kingdom Hearts 3 or Kingdom Hearts in general. So, yeah, that's why I'm actually able to do this project now. And I just had Part 1 up on YouTube for a while before actually starting the project proper, just to be sure that it wouldn't get affected or muted, because that's what happened 5 years ago. And I've got Hat in Time Part 1 up there as well, so if you guys want to check that out, that's a thing. It links in the description below, as well as the Discord. I'm going to put a free link in there right now. Don't get Patreon bonuses by doing that, but you can hang out with us as well. Now, I've said all that because I got here a little bit quicker than I thought, because I kind of bailed out on a battle. We've activated this save point so we can return here wherever you want, where we first fought Maleficent, but all the Princesses of Heart are here. Let's go have a little chin wag with them. Especially with Alice, because we weren't able to find her before. Sora, please hurry. Darkness is pouring from the keyhole. All we can do is just... It's all we can do just to hold back the darkness. I could not read that for some reason. I don't even know how we can manage even that. Alright, I'm on my way. Even though it looks like Goofy saying it. We're counting on you, Keyblade Master. In the meantime, we'll do what we can too. I don't know how old Alice is supposed to be, but I think Snow White's age is 14. I think Jasmine is borderline 17, 18. No, she is 18 because her father started pressuring her to be married because it was her 18th birthday or something stupid like that. Yeah, that's one hell of a gift, isn't it? Get married now! And then Prince Ali came to sweep her off her feet with her carpet. And a genie made him a prince. Naturally, I don't know. We've been waiting for you, Keyblade Master. Where's Ansem? Gone. When the keyhole appeared, darkness poured out of it. It swallowed Ansem and he disappeared. Though Ansem is gone, the flood of darkness hasn't stopped. But we're working together to hold it back. I cannot forget the look on his face. As the darkness engulfed him, he was smiling. Yeah, I have a feeling that Aurora was definitely one of the first ones to be kidnapped, mainly because, you know, Maleficent was the original head of this whole shebang of kidnapping the Princess of Heart, and Aurora, Sleeping Beauty, is from the same world, so she would definitely be the one that was kidnapped. We got Cinderella, of course, because the fairy godmothers with Merlin. Jasmine, Snow White, and Alice, and of course Kyrie being the 7th princess. So, before I go on, save, because we're coming close to a boss. Yes, we only just had a boss at, you know, with Ansem Riku in front of the Keyhole, and then we became a Heartless, and everything went to pot, and all the Heartless got stronger, but we've still got another boss coming up. But it's actually one room ahead. Where's the other room? Well, we've got to get there first. But there's a defender here, and I want to take him out, so let's do that. And well done, Donald. Just cast Blizzard on his shield. I just lost a ball of money. I should have Treasure Magnet. And I should still have Strike Raid. Why have I not done that yet? I mentioned that earlier on, so let's sort that out quickly. Strike Raid. And we got an AP up, so I should equip something else as well. What we got? Tempted to have that Critical Plus back on, but Treasure Magnet I just mentioned. Tech Boost. Yeah, I'm going to have the Critical Plus, bugger it. I like that extra damage. Notion sweet. Alright, we'll keep that Combo Plus on for now. Because of Combo Master. Kind of what is a nice little synergy. Makes our combo longer, and if we do whiff at least one attack, we can still get to our combo finisher and pile on the damage. Alright, so we're back in the final room, the Grand Hall, where the Keyhole is. It's right up there. Now, where's the boss I was mentioning? Well, here's the thing about this room, funnily enough. The crystals are still actually where they held... Oh, wow, nice move, Donald. That guy's dead, so let's move on to another enemy. Oh, it does affect the wizards. Alright, fair play. I'm actually quite fine with that. There we go, Zantetsuken. But yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, all the Princesses of Heart have escaped, but the crystals that held them in there are still theirs for some reason. I'm not entirely too sure why. Maybe it's just built into the wall or something, and they never, you know, put Kyrie in because she didn't have a heart, so that alcove's still empty. But we've actually got chests around here as well. So we're going to have to take out the enemies if we want to open up those chests. So a lot of fighting in here before we can do anything. And I would recommend you fight every enemy here as well, because 1, the experience, 2, the drops, and 3... if you go back to the save point to prepare... Oh no, they're up here as well! The stealth soldiers are here as well. Why? I don't want this. You know, I'm chucking the Keyblade at you. Screw you. Or I can hit the wall and everything gets ruined. That's fun. Right, let's pop one of those off. And flatten them both. But yeah, I didn't actually realise that the stealth soldiers could actually appear here. I'm guessing they can appear here and down in the other hall. Like the first hall. But what I was going to say was... which I've kind of forgotten about right now. Oh yeah, you want to be taking out all the enemies here anyway, because if you go back to the save point, that's 2 rooms away, so all the enemies in here are going to respawn before you can even, you know, get to the boss. And don't want to goofy, you're definitely going to attack enemies, and you may even, you know, get chipped by a few passing attacks every so often. And you don't want that, because if you're going into a boss, you want to be fully prepared, so... yeah, you just take out all the enemies. Plus, you're going to have to do that anyway if you want to open all the chests, because otherwise they're just going to get in the way and you won't be able to open them. And 2 of the chests, in fact, no, all the chests around here are actually kind of stuff that we want. One of them, not so much in my opinion, but for collectible purposes and for other purposes, yes. So, let's keep on heading this way for now. There's a chest right on this bit right here. And right now we're fighting one of 2 different spawns. Right now we're fighting the spawns that wizards appear more often. And in other spawns, we would be fighting more defenders, because the defender can actually spawn right here, I'm pretty sure. But we didn't get that encounter right here. So, this stays the same. So yeah, you get 2 different like loadouts of encounters around here. And, of course, the strongest Heartless possible are going to be spawning around here, because... you know, we're right outside the Keyhole, so we're going to be bombing into a lot of wizards, defenders, and probably even those stealth soldiers around here. Considering that I didn't know they could spawn around here, because I kind of forgot about that, but yeah. Right in front of Kyrie's alcove, there's a chest here that wasn't here before. In fact, none of these chests in this room were here before. Somehow they've appeared here. Don't understand why. Maybe... the Princess of Heart left them here for us before we go in, but if we pop this one open, we get pretty much the Keyblade of this world, Oblivion. This Keyblade kind of sucks. Let's have a look at it. It is the polar opposite of the Oath Keeper, in terms of its design as well as its symbolism. Oath Keeper is a Keyblade of light, and Oblivion is a Keyblade of darkness. Some people say that Oath Keepers represent Sora's connection to Kyrie because, you know, the charm and whatnot. But Oblivion is also supposed to be like a representation of Sora's relation to Riku. Riku's more tied to the darkness at this point. and it's got a crown, a keychain, which Sora wears around his neck, but it's black, so it's tainted by the darkness, you get what I mean. And it kind of shows with its stats as well. Possesses colossal power at a strength of 11, and reduces max MP by 1. Reduces. We just got Lady Luck. No, not Lady Luck, excuse me. We just got Divine Rose before coming up here. I mean, yes, Oblivion is longer than the Divine Rose, but the Divine Rose is a strength of 13 with heightened critical chance with no drawbacks. This is only a strength of 11, no critical chance boost, and you lose a magic point. Yeah, not a good Keyblade, and it's a shittier Keyblade than the Divine Rose. Now, of course, you could miss both Oblivion and Divine Rose, but you can get Divine Rose earlier, because all you got to do is walk into the library, and you're probably going to go for the save point and reactivate that as a fast travel point when you arrived at the world to disembark. But, you know, if you talk to Belle and pick this up, you've got it better than Oblivion. Oblivion's obviously a lot more obvious because it's in a chest, because you have to talk to Belle after the cutscene. But, you know, you can still get Divine Rose before Oblivion, and Divine Rose outclasses it. So, yeah, don't like it. Don't like it one bit. But I am actually going to change to the Divine Rose right now, so I am going to lose 2 MP here, but I've already used those 2 blocks, so that's not a big of a hit. We want physical attacks, and we're going to be at very close range for the boss coming up. So, yeah, I'm going to be mainly with physical attacks, and this is going to make things so much easier, plus the critical hit chance is super helpful. But I will be going back to the Lady Luck at some point. Speaking of Lady Luck, lucky that these puppies have spawned here, because they weren't here before. Remember, we were walking around here as a Heartless. So, where did those 3 puppies come from? Did Ansem chuck them in a chest before he left because they were running about and they were annoying him? Who knows? But this does mean that we've got an achievement, because we have, with that hidden Mickey symbol right there, that appears only in the Final Mix versions to let you know you've done it, we've got all 101 Dalmatians. We've got all 99 puppies. We've got to return them to Traverse Town and reap the benefits. I never said what the final prize was, so what's that gonna be? I did that in Ocarina of Time as well. I didn't actually specify what the 100 Gold Godzilla award was until we got it. I mean, that was for the purpose of the walkthrough, for people who do not know, but, you know. If you're playing this, you probably played Zelda, because it kind of plays similar, as I've said many times, in Hollow Bastion. Let's do that. There we are. So yeah, look at the damage we're dealing now. We're dealing insane damage. That's probably because of the insane power that it possesses, of a strength plus 13. With heightened critical chance on top of that, and it can trigger multiple times in a single combo. We just got an Eva from a wizard. That is pretty sweet. And thanks for the error, by the way, Donald. I think I need to keep reiterating that with arrow, like the base spell arrow, it doesn't do contact damage, and it doesn't last nearly as long, but with Error or Error Gut, it does do contact damage. So, you know what, I'm going to do Strike Rate, bugger it. Don't got to level up, HP increased. Definitely helpful for what we're going to have right now. Let's grab all this money. I always want the money. Here comes the money. High potion. In fact, what's my items looking at right now? Oh, I picked up an Ether at some point. Oh no, that was the Ether we just picked up, and that got added to my inventory. Oh no, we got these guys again. Why? I don't want to fight these guys, and now we got a bloody defender to deal with as well. I don't even know how we keep losing lock-on, because we're still looking at it. Oh, shoot. Thanks. Oh, wow. Donald did a double heal on me. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I think if they go too far away, they actually despawn, and they won't come back, so... Oh, that was a smack. Oh, shoot. Donald's down. Let me heal him up. Yeah, I hate these bloody... Oh, no! Well, thanks, Donald. Ah, good. Right. He's been knocked down, so I can knock him out now and get his energy stone. Yeah, I always thought that the Grand Ghost is the one that drops energy stones, but no, he drops like bright stones or something stupid. This is bad. Are you serious? Those bloody invisible enemies? Wow, I don't normally die to normal enemies. Come on. Well, at least I saved before coming into this room, but that means I've got to get the bloody Dalmatians in Oblivion again. God's sake. I didn't realise Donald was out of magic, so I had to heal myself. That was my bad. But at the same time, why do those invisible enemies have to spawn? I hate fighting them. They do so much damage. You keep losing the lock-on. And they're a pain in the butt because they spawn alongside other enemies as well. Alright, give me a minute. I'm going to have to do this. Did you see how much damage that critical hit just did? It wiped almost his entire bar off. Wow. Okay, we're back to where we were. God damn it. Why that had to happen? I never die to, like, random spawns. Unless it's like, you know, the sniper wilds early on. Because nothing you can do will block their shots. But it was just a bit of bad luck right there. I can't remember if I just did, but I picked up the chest that was sitting here. And that gave you a dark matter. I think we already did that, but that threw me off. So, forgive me for reiterating myself. Let's kill you, and it would be nice if you could actually give me the weapon that Goofy could have, because if that happens, I will be making my way back to the save point, because that was a load of rubbish. Yeah, and I reloaded my save instead of just, you know, clicking continue, because we would have had to pretty much do this whole room again anyway. It would spawn us back at the beginning, so I'd have to pick up the Dalmatian again anyway. I would have to pick up Oblivion again anyway, that Dark Matter again, and the level up we got for Donald, which I haven't got back yet, I'll have to go get as well. So it would have clocked me back to that point, so I might as well just clock myself back to my save point so that the game mover isn't registered. Hopefully. But I need to do this right now. Flatten 2 of these. Whack him in the butt. There we are. Donald's got his HP back. Okay, now we're back to where we were, effectively. Let's take you out because you're a mug. And I guess I'm going to have to keep this in because if we died here before, then something could happen again. I can't believe that they spawn. Yep, see, that's how they spawn. They just spawn in with a blue glowing thing. Oh, you know what? If you're going to jump down there... Alright, that one actually left. I do not know how I recovered from that. I'm fine with that. Jesus Christ! The damage is ridiculous. Would you stop? Why do I keep losing the lock on? All you're doing is jumping around. You know what? I might... If you can come over here, it would be nice. Right, you know what? Target the thing. No, target the thing. Stop it! There we go. Ah ha ha! Ah ha ha ha! You appeared for a moment, you mug. Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm healing. This is not working out well. You know what? Oh, target him and hit him with this. Take that, you douche! Bop! I'll shut it for you. You're gonna wish your mother wasn't scared of me. There we are. Happy with that. God damn, I hate those things. I really do. And was that seriously it? I died on the final phase of that encounter spawn. Are you kidding me? Those bloody stealth soldiers. Wow, I was literally right here. Thanks for wasting my time, as well as giving me a death on the counter for editing purposes. Thanks, I really appreciate. I'm going to use a cottage so that we're all maxed out, and we're going to jump in like the crazy mad men that we are. But yeah, I just bugged out. I just couldn't. I could not jump! Please do not this be foreshadowing for what's coming up. Let's enter the keyhole itself. I mean, it doesn't really look like a keyhole. That's because, well, the keyhole is actually within this area. And there's another Heartless coming out of the keyhole. And it's huge. It's a bloody behemoth. And that's exactly what it's actually called. This guy is weak to gravity. He has 4.5 energy bars, pretty much half away from maximum. Spam gravity and it will stun him for a moment, knocking him down. If you just keep attacking him from the head, you'll be able to do a lot of damage as well. Gravity is his weakness, as you can see here. We've done a lot of damage already, plus physical attacks are definitely your friend here. And when he walks, he makes shockwaves with his feet. And he can also jump around the room, which is a little bit devastating. But his main attack is these homing lasers he's about to launch, which he didn't because he got knocked down by gravity. But once he's stunned like this gives you a good time to smack him up, but once he deflects your attack, he'll charge up his horn and do lightning all around, which is why I wanted the runner's belt, because that can do a lot of damage. But other than that, this guy is pretty much a sitting duck. You can easily wail up on him. In fact, we've almost knocked him out already, and bar and a half remaining. And he's trying to shoot meteors. They can take you out pretty quick, but they don't do a lot of damage. And of course, we've got error, so I might as well just slap that on for additional damage as well, for contact damage. So we might as well do that. And yeah, we're pretty much done already. And the thing is, this boss is probably one of my favourite bosses in the game because it's so later on, but you can beat him so quickly and he doesn't die like normal bosses.
Now let's go and seal that big keyhole.
Sora, you did it.
Yep, let's not seal the keyhole, let's just walk away and fight another behemoth. That sounds like the smart thing. You couldn't have sealed it up first, then go see what Leon wants? I mean, obviously they got back because, you know, Sid's a gummy ship builder. What are you guys doing here? Yeah, my thoughts exactly. We came in Sid's ship. This is our childhood home. We wanted to see it again. It's in worse shape than I feared. It used to be so peaceful. Don't worry. If we defeat Ansem, all should be restored. What do you mean we? It's gonna be me, Donald, and Goofy, buddy. Including your island. Really? But it also means goodbye. Once the worlds are restored, they will be separate again. Everyone will go back to where they came from. Then I'll visit you guys with the gummy ship. It's not that simple. Before all this, you didn't know about the other worlds, right? Because every world was isolated. Impassable walls divided them. The Heartless destroyed those walls. But if the worlds return, so will the walls. Which means gummy ships will be useless. So how did gummy ships come into existence to begin with? If you can just get them from shooting down meteorites. Are they just interstellar blocks that just happen to form ships? I don't think we've actually learnt a lot of lore about the gummy ships. So you're saying we'll never...
We may never meet again, but we'll never forget each other.
No matter where we are, our hearts will bring us together again.
Besides, I couldn't forget you, even if I wanted to.
What's that supposed to mean?
Hurry! Come and close the keyhole!
Sora, good luck.
I feel like you should have said that before we fought the behemoth. Just saying. Could have also helped if you helped us with the mob battle beforehand. But yeah, that comment from Yuffie. Sora, I think she's not going to forget because you kind of oogled her, imagining her looking like Kairi. I mean, she's got the similar hairdo, similar face build, but she's not Kairi. And we've done it! We could have just did that before coming back into this room yet again. The keyhole has been sealed. Heartless should disappear now. And we should all return to our worlds. Ansem couldn't stop us, we beat the game. So why is the Hollow Bastion music still playing like nothing ever happened? Why are we still here? Thank you, Sora. I think the darkness has begun to weaken. But I feel very powerful darkness growing somewhere far away. It's the heart of the darkness. It must be where Ansem went. We'll take the gummy ship and deal with both Ansem and the Heartless. A worthy answer, Keyblade Master. We offer this power to aid your battle. We attained an upgrade to our fire spell. It's now the strongest fire we can use. Fire. Sora, your courage can bring back our worlds. Once the darkness is gone, all should return to its original state. Kairi will be back on the island? Most certainly, and you should be too. Unless the Keyblade keeps us anchored. Perhaps. I can't wait. I can't go home till I find Riku and the King. So yeah, the worlds are still in trouble. Just because the keyhole was opened, doesn't mean that we're done. Ansem can control the Heartless as well, so he's like a secondary conduit. We're not done yet. And yeah, we kind of had unfinished business as well, because we had to take him out anyway. But yeah, we've taken out the behemoth. We're pretty much done here. There's nothing else for us to do, except for to go on to the next area. We do have all 100 Dalmatians, but we're going to leave that for a bit, because we need to... Actually, no. I think we are going to go back to Traverse Town, actually, because I just noticed my money. We have over 4,000, so we can actually pick up a new weapon for Donald or Goofy, depending. So, I guess in the next episode, we'll be heading back to Traverse Town to do that. See if we can make any new synthesis items. Check up on the Dalmatians, see what we get. Then, we'll head to the next area. With that, I'll see you guys next time.
We may never meet again, but we'll never forget each other.
No matter where we are, our hearts will bring us together again.
Hurry! Come and close the keyhole!
Sora, good luck.